Hey there everyone, it's Ryan with Frontline Animal Removal. We do most of our trapping on roofs, which means we have to anchor the trap to the roof so it doesn't fall off, which means we have to put a screw through the roof. So let me show you how we seal this up when we're all done. There's many ways to do this. This is just a quick and easy way that we do it. It works very well. It doesn't leak, and that's what's important, that it doesn't leak. So let me show you what we typically do. I don't know if you can see it. Right there is a little tiny hole. So that is where we put a screw through to mount something to the roof. And we want to get sealant in there. And I could inject it from the top, but I might not get it sealed good enough. So what I do is I take a nice, flat, sharp, hard pry bar and I work it under the shingles. And I'm just breaking the tar seal. And then once I get it loose, then I take the old caulk gun with some roofing sealant and I slide it up underneath like that. Then I give it a squirt and more. Then I can pull my tool out. Now the sealant is under or in between the shingles because shingles are layered. And then what I do to really get this secure is I push down until the sealant oozes out. Now you see it oozing out that way on the top, but it's also oozing out downwards too. So what we're doing is we're flattening it out and it's going up and it's going down. Then I just take my finger, I get a little wet, and I just kind of dab it flat. And once it's cured through both layers of shingles and it's cured through the tar paper and the roof decking. And this will last longer than the roof itself because I use really expensive sealant. The really expensive sealant isn't that dramatically more expensive than the cheapo stuff. Some people use the tar-based stuff. It's really messy, it's slimy, it's sticky. It does kind of work when it's wet. But the stuff that I use, it's much cleaner, much nicer, and it's invisible. So that's why I use it. So if you're going to put holes in your roof, use a good quality sealant that will last way longer than the cheapo stuff. I've never had a problem with a leak in all the customers I've dealt with over the years, but there are things you can do that will help mitigate leaks if you have to put a screw through a roof. So let me show you the worst possible place to put a screw through a roof. This is the worst place to put a screw through a roof. That is a valley. Valleys collect water, and you have multiple layers of shingles there, and it's concentrating water. Never, ever, ever put your traps in the valley and mount them with screws to the roof. Put the traps outside of the valley. Put the traps maybe up here, or put the traps over here. Don't ever put traps in the valley because you won't be able to get that valley to seal up. You want to put the traps where there's no valleys, like in between. So if you're going to trap some critters and you have to put traps on the roof, realize you must anchor those traps to the roof. And most importantly, when you're done catching the critters and you're taking the traps away, make sure you seal those holes because you don't want a drip. Thank you.